Well, to sum it up, I would say it's excellent. There could not have been a better time for interest in cloud as of today. I've been talking to several clients actually in the Indian sector, and they've been talking about cloud in a very pronounced manner as compared to what it was last year, right? And this is not just restricted to one industry sector, it's across. Speak of manufacturing, speak of financial services, speak of retail, speak of insurance. I think there's a high level of interest. And this is fueled by various reasons. In fact, as Sean Price said, this is a case of perfect storm, and I would go ahead to say that if people do not understand the need to change, they are missing out a whole lot of excitement, and of course their ability to fuel the business ahead by taking onto the cloud. Let me give you a few examples as to why the clients feel that they want to go to the cloud. There's a whole range of mergers, acquisitions, expansion, global rollouts happening. And the IT as a key enabler has to keep pace up and help the management in delivering this business results end to end. Whether it's speed, whether it's optimizing your investment on CapEx or OpEx, rolling out in a much faster time, integrating two different companies into one, consolidating their overall revenues, financial balance sheets or the profit and loss. I think cloud is actually the best form of doing it today as compared to on-premise implementation. And of course, there's a whole range of merit that actually I think people are started seeing in it's no longer the way it was earlier. People used to speak of security, their ability to scale up, the ability to actually really support them once it's implemented. I think all those things are passé as of now. So I would feel that basically that we're in for a very strong innings, and there's a whole range of excitement which we need to capitalize very strongly. Our discussions with clients are totally different on cloud as what it was earlier. It's no longer education. In fact, it's talking about closures and going ahead and implementing it. In fact, we've been actually involved in implementing a whole range of cloud solutions, whether it's CX, human capital management, PBCS or BICS. Let me take an example of a implementation that we did for planning and budgeting cloud services. So here was a client which was a big manufacturer, distributor of industrial gases, and they were looking for basically a solution for planning and consolidating their overall budget process. They had a lot of challenges around the timeline it takes to plan and consolidate, and once having consolidated, use that particular data to come out with meaningful reporting. So the role of users, they said, is not to be data input keepers, but to use that data for making meaningful analysis. And also come out with a very robust reporting mechanism which can be used as an effective decision support. So we had in fact suggested Hyperion and the PBCS cloud for the client, and we went ahead to really implement this, took a complete business process requirement analysis for 4 weeks, and then started working with the business process owners as to how really do you want to see your new planning and budgeting control system to come out with. It took a whole range of interest, primarily in fact the businesses were very, very excited about the fact that this could be done in about 8 to 12 weeks as compared to the 6 to 12 months that were being used to earlier. More important, they could see that this also lent itself very easily to getting a whole range of reporting systems out of the native functionality of the PBCS. And the business benefits that we derived out of this client was clearly the entire implementation shrunk considerably. I would say we did more for less very clearly, which is actually the core of the cloud. That's one part. Accuracy actually came out very strongly. The first reports that the users saw coming out of the system was really, really good, and they really have started using the system very strongly as of now. So I would say that this is just a manifestation of what a cloud on planning and budgeting control systems could have been done. There have been examples about Salesforce automation also, where the entire sales cycle shrunk considerably when we did it for a life sciences client. The accuracy of the quotation, qualification, and the closure came out very strongly. And the third part is that it gave them a database which they were meaningfully using it to mine other accounts and prospects in the marketplace.
The response has been very positive. Like we have implemented cloud in customer experience, human capital management, the ERP cloud, and the response has been very positive. And the agility the cloud brings in, the entire story of like how the coexistence happens, like customers are very positive in taking cloud to the market. The Salesforce automation, the planning and forecasting that we have done to customers improved their complete performance in their organization, and they can have sales forecasting and their tips in all in mobile devices as well as the devices the entire omni-channel experience that they are seeing. Like the human capital management implementation has been very successful, and they what customers have seen is the entire performance management and other things that they have seen inside this system brought a lot of agility, and they can do the complete recruitment process at the fingertips, and all these things has provided the complete OPEX, CAPEX model to OPEX model has provided their planning and implementation of entire suite. The process of doing these things speeded up, and the implementation cycles have reduced, and they could see the project live in less time.
So I would say that actually the confidence level is at its peak at this point of time.